9:39, welcome back to CTV Morning Live. We are meeting with Brenda Hollingsworth, Richard Auger from Auger Hollingsworth, Personal Injury Lawyers, and we've got a number of questions to get to. You can give us a call, 789-6559, extension 2803. Always send us a message via Facebook, via email as well. And so we are going to head to the phone lines to start things off, and I do believe Mark is on the phone. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
What is your question?
My question is, I have two sister-in-laws that were hit by a truck this summer. And I was wondering, how is it that insurance companies can take so long to pay out anything in terms of helping for medications or rehab or anything?
Yeah, so that is a question we get all the time. It sounds like you're talking about accident benefits, the benefits that come through the no-fault system. When you have an accident, you start incurring costs, you submit those costs to the insurance company, usually your own insurance company, even if you weren't at fault, and then you wait for reimbursement. The rule is that the insurance company is supposed to pay within 35 days. It's 30 days plus 5 mailing days. That's how long they technically have to pay. So the sooner you get your receipts in, the sooner you'll get paid, theoretically. However,
I like the theoretically part.
yeah,
Okay.
They just don't pay on time, generally speaking. Some do. Some adjusters are very good. The vast majority that we see are very late. When they're late, they're supposed to pay interest. Now, again, until 2010, the interest was 19%, so that provided insurance companies with an incentive to pay on time. But it was recently lowered quite significantly, so now the interest doesn't make a difference to the insurance companies, and they pay when they get around to it. The fact is they will pay, so you shouldn't lose heart. I've never had someone not get paid for a legitimate approved expense, but it is very hard on families who have to cover the cost in the meantime.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's drugs are expensive. You know, if you don't have benefits through work and you're paying $600-700 a month for prescriptions, which is what it can be, it's very difficult.
Hopefully your sister-in-laws are recovering at least and are doing okay. So thanks for the call, Mark. We also had a call earlier from Ian, and this was an incident where you had individuals that were involved in a car collision, but who's at fault when one is uninsured and unlicensed?
Right, so it sounds like this guy was hit by someone with no insurance or no license. Our insurance in Ontario has coverage for that. Your own policy has uninsured rider, so there's $200,000 of coverage on your own insurance company in case there's an uninsured accident causer. And then you also have something called the Family Protection Endorsement. Well, virtually everybody has it, and that brings it from $200,000 to whatever your own liability limits are. So if you have $1 million in coverage, you get $1 million in coverage, even though somebody else hit your car. What it means is you end up suing your own insurance company. If you're in this situation, you really do need a lawyer. It's really not something that is straightforward. Even if your case isn't that big, I would still contact a lawyer to help you with the technicalities of it. But don't despair. There is a pocket for you.
And does the other person not, I mean, what happens in the other situation?
Well,
I mean, it's hard to...
Well, it's a sort of a criminal Highway Traffic Act violation that really the police deal with. It's not between you and him, it's between the state and him.
Okay.
Your interest is in getting compensation.
Interesting points there. We are going to get back, and one of the topics we were talking about is being there for someone who is in one of these incidences, and we were talking just about a lot of the different, the checklists, and so we were going to do that with Richard coming up after the commercial break, the checklist of what to do with individuals, friends, family members, once they've actually undergone or in a difficult situation following an accident. Once again, you can send your questions live on the air, 789-6559, extension 2803, email, Facebook, all of your information is listed on the screen.